Hey guys, this video is for our preschool friends for April week 4, and our theme for the whole month is Jesus is number one. So, the activities that you are going to be doing today, first is they come in and play, and then at right about 9 o'clock start cleaning up, or 11 o'clock start cleaning up until about 5 after, and then you're going to play this game called More. And so what you're going to do is in the middle of your area, you're going to have a small baby pool. And you're just going to put two plastic like ball pit balls in the middle of the baby pool. And you're going to spread the rest of the balls all around the pool. And so what you're going to say is, oh no guys, there's only two balls in the pool and I need more balls in the pool. Can you guys help me put more in the pool? So let's work together and get all these balls that are all around the room and put them in the pool. And then obviously the kids are going to go crazy doing that. Woo, that was hard work. Thanks for working together and putting more balls in the pool. Now they're all off the floor. Guys, in our Bible story today, we're going to learn about how more and more people learn about Jesus, just like we added more and more balls into our pool. Then you're going to play a game called Shout It Out. And what you're going to do is, let's see, in this bin up here, we have this little microphone thingy. And then you're going to have a megaphone and a little tube to shout through. So you're going to have kind of like 3 different options for the kids to shout through. And what you're going to do is you're going to put these in the middle of the circle, the middle of all the kids. And you're going to challenge the kids to use each item to shout, Jesus is the best. And what you can do is you can use the iPad that's in the classroom and you can videotape each one of them saying it if you want. Or you can just have each student get up and do that and then at the end say, oh, who do you guys think was the loudest? Okay. Which one of these was the loudest? Was the megaphone the loudest? Was the tube the loudest? Was the microphone the loudest? Which one? And then you're just going to have each kid take a turn to say that. So you're going to put the things in the middle. You're going to have the kids practice saying, Jesus is the best. And then you're going to have all the microphone things in the middle and say, guys, I wonder which way is the best way to tell people that Jesus is the best. I've got 3 ways here for us to try. We have a microphone, a megaphone, and a tube that we can use. So let's each say Jesus is the best in all 3 ways, and we're going to find out which way is the best way. So then just have the kids practice. You can have them, each kid pick one, depending on how many kids. You can have each kid do it through all 3. Kind of just up to you on that, depending on how many kids are in the room. So we at the end just say, guys, that's awesome. We found the best and loudest way for us to tell others that Jesus is the best. And in our story today, we're going to hear about a man who found his best way to tell others about Jesus. And I can't wait for you guys to find out what that is. So then gather them all together. Wait for the friends to come in from Upstreet. And what you're going to need, the storyteller, you're going to need some red, green, blue, and yellow paper for each kid that we've got up in your bin. And you're going to pass those out during the story. So when you first greet all the kids, say, hey guys, so I can't wait for us to sing together, but can you guys tell me who's the best? Jesus is the best. Yeah, Jesus is the best. So then depending on time, you may sing, then you may not. But if the singer isn't in here yet, then what you guys are going to do is then go over the memory verse. So let's practice saying our memory verse together, guys. God loved the world so much that he gave his only son. John 3:16. And obviously you're going to practice saying it a whole bunch. Yeah, guys, you've totally got it memorized now. That's awesome. So I have an awesome story from the Bible to tell you. And this true story happened after Jesus died and came back on Easter. And one day he told one of his very best disciples, one of his very best friends and followers, a guy whose name was Peter, he told him a secret. And it was an important secret. Do you guys want to hear it? Jesus told Peter that he was going to do something really good. And Peter was going to build the church. Whoa, hold on a second. Do you guys think that he meant that Peter was actually going to build the church like brick for brick, one at a time? I mean, that would be a really big job to have one person build a whole church building, right? So do you guys think that's what Jesus meant? No, Jesus wasn't talking about building a church building. Jesus meant that Peter was going to be a really strong leader, and that he was going to go and tell others about Jesus. So Jesus wasn't talking about a building. He was talking about the people that make up the church. So you guys are going to help show me what I mean by that. I'm going to give all of you one of these pieces of paper. So each kiddo just gets one piece of paper, whether that's red, yellow, green, or blue. Okay, so you guys need to keep your papers in your lap. Sit crisscross applesauce. Put your papers down in your lap. And Jesus told people to tell others about him. And that's exactly what Peter did. After Jesus died and he rose again, Peter started telling people about Jesus and how he is the best. And people listened. And soon there were thousands of people who believed in Jesus, and they became the very first church. And Peter was their leader. He was kind of like their pastor. So if you have a blue piece of paper, can you hold it up over your head? Oh, good job. You guys are like the first people that Peter told about Jesus, the first people that made up the church. So good, keep your papers up. So not only are we teaching them the story, but they're also practicing their colors right now. All right. So soon there were, okay, here we are. So here's the amazing thing. Because Peter told people about Jesus, then they told other people about Jesus. So if you have a red piece of paper, hold it up over your head. Wow, that's awesome, guys. The church was growing as more and more people heard about Jesus. All right, so then those people told other people about Jesus. So if you have a yellow piece of paper, hold it up high. Wow, that's great, guys. We're almost done. Keep them up. So years and years went by, and the church kept growing and growing and growing as more people heard that Jesus is the best. And then all those people who have their papers up, they told other people about Jesus. And if you have a green piece of paper, hold it up over your head. Great job. So look at all of our friends with their colors held high. Look how big the church is, guys. So because Peter told people about Jesus, now we know about Jesus, because all the people that shared that Jesus is the best. So you guys can put your papers back in your lap, sit crisscross applesauce. Great job. Aren't you guys glad that Peter told everybody about Jesus? We would not be here right now talking about Jesus if Peter hadn't been a strong leader and built the church like Jesus told him to. So it's because of Peter that we all know that Jesus is not just good, not just awesome, but he's the best. He's number one, right? So let's cheer together, and you guys can hold up your pieces of papers. Say, he's number one. He's number one. He's number one. Great job. So Jesus is number one. So you guys can put your papers down and tell me, who's the best? Jesus is the best. Great job today, guys. So let's pray. God, thank you for Peter. He was a strong leader who told many people about Jesus. Thank you that we know about Jesus and how he's the best because of Peter. Thank you for all the people, like all those awesome boys and girls and volunteers who make up your church. We love you. Amen. So after that, you are going to, Upstreet will go, you'll watch the video, and then Upstreet will go back to their classroom, and you're going to play a game called Line Up Verse. So what you're going to do is there is some painter's tape in the bins up on the shelves, and you're going to put a big line of painter's tape all the way down the floor and have the kids line up shoulder to shoulder. And then you're going to go down and you're going to tap each kid and you're going to say a word from the memory verse. So I'll go to the first kid in line and I'll say, and you're going to have all the kids repeat it as you say them. Okay? So I'm going to say God, and all the kids say God. And then I go to the next kid and tap them and say loved, and all the kids say loved. And then I go to the next kid and say the, and all the kids say the. And then you keep going. And then if you still have kids left in the line, you just say it again. And then when you're done, you're going to say switch, and all the kids are going to move around and find a new spot in the line, and then you're going to do it over. And you're just going to do that several times as long as you've got time. And then afterwards, you guys are going to say, so you guys really know this month's verse. That's awesome. God loves us so much that he sent his son Jesus to be our friend forever. And I'm so glad because Jesus is the best. Who's the best? Jesus is the best. Yes. Okay, then you guys are going to play a game called Sticker Tag. So there's a ton of heart stickers up in the bin. And each kid is going to get a sheet of heart stickers. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, Jesus is the best, and we're going to tell everybody that. So you guys are going to tell all of your friends that Jesus is the best and give them a sticker, okay? So what they're going to kind of go around is you're obviously going to want to say, we're only going to walk, but you guys are going to take your stickers and you're going to go around and put them on your friends' shirts, okay? So they're going to empty their whole sheet of stickers, just stick them all over their friends' shirts. Set up some ground rules. Make sure you're walking feet. We don't want to put them on people too hard. Just put them maybe on their backs or on their sleeves. And then at the end, we're just going to say, so Jesus wants us to tell everybody that he wants to be their friend forever. And Peter did such a great job telling about Jesus, and we can too. We should tell all of our friends and family that Jesus is the best. Who's the best? Jesus is the best. Yay. So then it will be time for small groups. So have them sit down on their carpets, break into groups. I know that a lot of times it's tempting to skip this part, but guys, this is the part that really drives it home. It's super, super important. I know that you guys are tired by the end of this time, but really have them split up into small groups, sit down with each group, and really there's just 3 things. You give them their snack, you review the Bible story, which is just this little paragraph right here. So today we heard about how Jesus told Peter that he was going to build his church, and he wasn't talking about a building, he was talking about people like us. So every person who follows Jesus is a part of his church. It's like the church is one big family. And every time a person follows Jesus, the church gets bigger. Yay! So who's the best? Jesus is the best. Then you're just going to practice the memory verse a bunch of times with the words. And then you're just going to pray. So review the story, practice the memory verse, pray. And just please get together in your small groups. That's really what drives it home. Small groups has to be kind of the center of what we do down here. So it's really, really important to get to that part. So guys, that's it for this week. Your schedule is up here. All your pages are down there. I'll attach pictures. The room is all set up and ready to go. Thank you guys so much for serving. I know at times this room is a lot, but these kids are learning so much, and I hear from parents all the time, not only parents, but just in my home, how much Trip learns in here, and I just love you guys as leaders. Thank you for serving. I'll see you on Sunday.